Today we are taking a look at Mai Sakurajima from Rascal Does Not Dream of a Sister Venturing Out. This is the bunny version in the AMP Plus line by TAITO. Rascal Does Not Dream of a Sister Venturing Out presents its world and central conflict in a focused way. It follows Mai Sakurajima through key events in that setting. Mai Sakurajima serves as a core figure within the story and supports the main arc. Today's highlights for this figure are stockings, two-tone hair, and balanced seated pose, and together they set the tone. Real fabric mesh covers both legs with consistent lattice detail that follows the leg curvature and stays uniform along the knees and calves. Matte threads limit glare, so the pattern stays readable under most indoor lighting and common camera angles during shoots too. Long, dark blue-gray hair flows behind the torso and frames the face with layered bangs and side strands cleanly. That strength carries into translucent light purple tips, which reduce visual weight and soften the outline during display at home. A seated and kneeling pose sets one leg back while the other plants near a raised knee for stability here. One hand plants on the ground for support and the torso stays upright with a forward orientation during display rotations too. This channel brings you figure reviews and anime merchandise updates straight from Japan. If you enjoyed this kind of content, don't forget to subscribe. The face reads composed, with upturned mouth corners paired to a closed mouth for quiet focus. Both eyes show printed rings in dark and light purple with multiple white highlights across the iris zones. Inner and outer corners align well, which helps the gaze hold forward from common shelf angles. Lashes stay understated, so the printed rings remain the clearest focal feature within each eye. Brows sit slightly above the prints, preserving space and avoiding heavy shadow on the eyelids. Blush appears softly along the cheeks, adding contrast against matte skin without overpowering the eyes. Hair mass falls long down the back, and layered bangs frame the forehead while clearing both eyes cleanly. Strands at the front trace along the cheeks, which strengthens the head outline against the glossy outfit. Bundle structure stays readable, with distinct locks separating before they meet the shoulder line. From there, it moves through gentle motion cues as outer strands angle away from the torso. Color shifts from dark blue-gray toward light purple at the tips for a controlled transition. Those tips carry translucent material which lightens edges and prevents the silhouette from feeling heavy. Finishes remain matte on hair panels, while the eyes keep a crisp gloss. A black bunny ears headband rises above the crown, echoing the outfit's material language. Two small pink bunny-shaped hair clips punctuate the bangs, adding measured color within the head area. Together, these elements center attention on the eye prints, while the hairstyle maintains clarity and flow. The chest features a gloss black strapless bunny suit top paired with a white collar and a black bow tie. Gloss reflects cleanly across the bodice, which defines curvature and sets contrast against matte skin. Panel breaks along the neckline read tidy, and the upper edge tracks a consistent arc. Shoulder areas stay open, keeping space around the neck so the facial read remains strong. A white collar introduces a bright frame, and the bow tie adds a compact glossy accent near the throat. Cuffs at both wrists present matte white fabric with a single gold snap set at each edge. Metallic snaps provide small highlights that complement the restrained palette without competing with the eyes. Paint mapping follows clear intent. Gloss on the bow tie and suit, matte on collar and cuffs. That separation avoids glare stacking and preserves the printed eye highlights as the brightest points. The right arm bends and plants the hand on the ground with fingers spread for support. The left arm bends near the hip, where the hand rests in a relaxed placement. Hand sculpts show slender fingers with defined knuckles, and nails carry a subtle gloss note. Along the torso, the suit's high-cut sides sweep toward the waist and transition into the lower section. Color contrast remains disciplined. Black surfaces meet white trims, with pink hair clips as limited accents. Black bunny ears above the head echo the suit's gloss, tying head and torso materials together. Working with that, matte hair near the collar prevents reflection build-up around the neckline. Overall, the upper assembly delivers clean edges, readable textures, and controlled finish alternation around the focal zone. At the hips, the high-cut bunny suit reveals a white textured bunny tail positioned at the back. Fishnet material continues downward, showing real fabric mesh across both legs with stable lattice density. The right leg bends back with the shin on the ground, forming a gentle sweep behind the torso. The left leg bends with the knee raised while the planted foot anchors the near side. Planes read clearly between thigh, knee, and calf, so shapes separate even under room lighting. Black high-heeled pumps add defined edges at ground contact and mirror the suit's glossy language. Gloss on the pumps remains contained, which avoids glare merging across the shoe and stocking threads. Pose mechanics stay side neutral, with one hand providing ground support and the torso upright. From there, limb rolls guide attention upward along the planted arm toward the collar and face. Fishnet threads remain matte, which preserves the textile pattern as viewing angles change. Across the lower section, contrast between matte mesh and glossy footwear sharpens the silhouette near the floor. This arrangement keeps the seated and kneeling composition readable from usual shelf distances and casual photo angles. This figure is approximately 15 centimeters tall. That's about 5.9 inches. For size comparison, here's a 350 milliliter can. That's about 12 ounces in the US. Overall, Mai Sakurajima in AMP Plus by TAITO delivers strong face print, readable seated pose, and controlled gloss against matte textures. Eye rings and multiple highlights stay crisp, while a closed mouth with upturned corners supports a composed expression. Hair flows in long panels, and translucent light purple tips soften edges without stealing attention from the eyes. Black bunny ears and pink clips add tidy head accents that align with the outfit's palette. Across the upper body, a gloss suit meets matte collar and cuffs, with small metallic snaps for precise sparkle. Hand poses are clear, from the planted support hand to the relaxed placement near the hip. Lower elements continue the clarity, with real fabric mesh stockings and glossy pumps defining edges near the ground. Leg rolls remain easy to read as one bends back and the other plants beside a raised knee. Because of that, fans of Rascal Does Not Dream of a Sister Venturing Out or Mai Sakurajima will enjoy this piece. With that focus, collectors who prefer bunny aesthetics and textile contrast should appreciate the finish control and seated composition. That's it for this video. If there's any part of the figure you liked, feel free to leave a comment and share your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.